Stormhawks is a Canadian animated television series created by Asaph Fipke and was produced by Nerdcore Entertainment in association with Cartoon Network and YTV. It premiered on Cartoon Network in the United States on May 25, 2007. It began airing on YTV in Canada on September 8, 2007. It started to air on Cartoon Network in the UK on August 6, 2007. In Poland, it started to air on Cartoon Network on November 10, 2007. Internationally, it first aired on ABC One in Australia on February 26, 2008 and on Hero in the Philippines on March 12, 2008. The show also started airing in Singapore on Okto, Bulgaria, Turkey, Portugal and Romania in 2008. Disney XD began airing the series on February 28, 2011. Plot: Stormhawks is set in a fictional world called Atmos, a largely mountainous world consisting of scattered masses known as terrors. Directly below the terrors is the Wastelands, the most dangerous place on Atmos, with its infernal fires and wicked creatures. Because of the geography, travel is mostly dependent on flight. The technology of Atmos is based around energy-generating crystals, used to power the various devices in the series. Patrolling the skies of Atmos are the squadrons, all led by a Sky Knight, groups of warriors who pilot motorcycle-like vehicles called skimmers that can semi-transform into flying machines. These warriors are loosely managed by the Sky Knight Council. In the backstory of the series, an evil ruler named Master Cyclonus and her servants, the Cyclonians, threatened Atmos. The original Stormhawks led the squadrons in a war against them, but were betrayed and defeated by one of their own. 10 years later, the main characters of the series stumble upon the wreckage of the Stormhawks carrier, the Condor, and unofficially take on the Stormhawks name in the hopes of becoming Sky Knights themselves, despite not being old enough to even legally fly the vehicle. Their youth defeats their ambition, however, as neither friend nor foe take them seriously because of it. This changes when they are brought into conflict with a new Master Cyclonus, granddaughter of the previous one. Among her followers are the Dark Ace, the man who betrayed the original Stormhawks and now serves Cyclonus as her right-hand man. Snipe, a mace-wielding strongman with a fondness for smashing things. And Snipe's sister, Ravus, an archer who always brings violin-playing henchmen into battle for theme music. Characters. Main characters. The Stormhawks squadron consists of 6 members. Aero the daring leader and Sky Knight of the squadron. Aero is a mature, good-natured teenager with a tousled mop of bright red hair and emerald green eyes. Despite his youth, he's one of the most talented Sky Knights in the Atmos, at the point that he can beat the Dark Ace. Finn a wiry, wise-cracking guy. Finn is a sharpshooter with spiky blonde hair and blue eyes. Finn seems to be in a perpetual sugar rush, although he attempts to act cool and collected. His personality traits are like a stereotypical surfer and/or skater. His passions are playing air guitar and flirting with hot girls, both of which he does horribly. He and Junko are always getting into trouble together, thus serving as the comic relief pair of the show. Junko a large, albeit gentle and good-natured person. Junko is a member of a species known as wallops. He has greenish-blue hair and grey eyes and his appearance is similar to that of a brown anthropomorphized rhino. As the muscle of the Stormhawks he possesses superhuman strength that is greatly increased by the use of his preferred weapons, the knuckle busters. Piper a in charge of tactics, navigation, and crystals. Piper has excellent combat ability, and knows nearly everything about Atmos and its inhabitants. She has spiky midnight blue hair, orange eyes and is the only character thus far to take on Master Cyclonus alone and emerge triumphant through her own skills. Stork the carrier pilot character and a gadget specialist with crippling paranoia and severe pessimism. Stork is a member of a species of green-skinned creatures called merbs. Though he appears menacing at first, he is easily frightened and meek, but in spite of that he consistently performs his expected duties. He has stated that he is only a member of the Stormhawks until something better comes along, but is loyal regardless and loves and cares about his teammates very much. He has jet black hair and yellow eyes with dots for pupils. Prader Aero's close friend and co-pilot, Prader is a vaguely rabbit lemur-like creature of indeterminate origin and hates being called a pet. Prader has scruffy blue fur and yellow eyes. Recurring characters Dark Ace, the main antagonist of the show. Aero's arch-rival who betrayed the original Stormhawks and killed Lightning Strike. Snipe, a Cyclonian strongman who often gets defeated by Junko. Ravus, a Cyclonian known for her archery skills who strikes her opponents with her bow and arrow. Repton, a ruthless leader of the Raptors who lives on Terra Bogotan. He has killed the Sky Knight squadron of Terra Mesa known as the Interceptors, with Starling being the only survivor. Starling, a Sky Knight of the Interceptors whose squadron was brought down by Repton. She speaks with an English accent. I.J. Demiwick, a famous explorer who seeks for the Forbidden City. He was Piper's idol. Captain Scabulus, a relentless and vicious sky pirate who is the leader of the Merc Raiders. He lives in Terra Deep, which had wrecked airships. Carver, a traitorous Sky Knight of the Red Eagles who attempted to claim the Aurora Stone. Tritone, a Sky Knight of the Neck Deeps who lives on Terra Aquanos. Mr. Moss, the Cyclonian warden of Terra Zorticola. The Colonel, a spider-like gangster who speaks in a Spanish accent. Ren, a resident of Terra Gale who speaks in a French accent. Comic books, DMF Comics and Beach Creative Studios will be working on a comic book series for Stormhawks. At the March Toronto AnimeCon 2009, a special issue was given out. There are only 50 of said issues available. It featured one story, a short story, and a few pin-ups by various artists. Also, a Stormhawks comic book entitled Stormhawks, The Escape is included free with the Region 2 release of the Stormhawks Season 1 Volume 1 DVD. Sky Race, according to the official Stormhawks website, an MMORPG called Stormhawks, Skiris is being developed by Bitcasters utilizing Big World Technology, a middleware game engine. As of November 7, 2008, the RPG has been announced as in beta. However, as of August 5, 2011, the game has been taken down and is no longer available to play. Plot a virtual universe where you embark on an adventure traveling through the terrors of Atmos, racing your own customized sky ride, challenging friends and rivals, and increasing your skills and ranking. If you qualify for a full Sky Knight's license you will get the chance to battle the Talons head-on. Play alongside your friends and do all the things your favorite characters from the show do. Cruise on your ride, find awesome crystals, race across the terrors and have action-packed adventures. Features create your own Sky Knight. Customizable characters and vehicles. Tour through various worlds. Visit shops to buy items, weapons or upgrades. Trade collected items. Challenge other players to races to win crystals and points. Compete in tournaments for your chance at fame and fortune. Beta the game was launched for beta testing in Australia on December 16, 2008, but is only available for Australians. It is available on the official website of Stormhawks on YTV, but requires a registration on YTV. Broadcast history. Reception. Common Sense Media gave the series 3 out of 5 stars, stating tweens, especially thrill-seeking boys, are sure to enjoy the Stormhawks' high-flying adventures, and parents can rest assured that, aside from the prevalence of typical cartoon peril that never seems to cause lasting injury, there's not much to be concerned about. That said, there aren't too many overwhelmingly positive messages or strong role models. But on the whole, it's a cartoon vacation for the brain that kids and tweens will welcome and parents shouldn't fret over. In another review by Jeffrey Harris of IGN, Harris states that for an animated kids show, Stormhawks is okay. However, it's somewhat difficult to get wrapped in the story since it plays for laughs and cheap, dumb comedy. The stakes of the story never really feel serious or all-important. When you look at other animated action-adventure cartoons such as Avatar, The Last Airbender today, which contains superior storytelling, it's harder to get into a story such as Stormhawks. There's nothing particularly interesting or cool about any of the characters. Eros seems to desire recognition and respect over helping people. Stork is a bit of a cowardly lion type, and usually opts to stay out of battle with the other Stormhawks while he pilots their airbase the Condor. Despite that, Stork turns out to be one of the more genuine, funny, and interesting characters, at least an extreme opposite to the rather plucky and flat personalities of the other Stormhawks. References. External links: Stormhawks.com, Nerdcore Entertainment, Asaph Fipke interview, YTV Stormhawks site, Stormhawks at the Internet Movie Database, Stormhawks at TV.com.